Time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first. Dangerously hot weather continues for portions of the southeast, Gulf Coast, southwest, and interior sections of California northward into Oregon. Meanwhile, severe thunderstorms and heavy rainfall will affect parts of the Tennessee and Ohio valleys, mid-Atlantic, and northeast. Air quality will gradually improve across the Great Lakes into the northeast. Close at home? Well, today is going to be another relatively active storm day, but the moisture will remain much of the week. Thus, isolated to scattered storms will be possible, mainly across the mountains, but there could be some instances of isolated storms in the lowlands. We're going to have another look at the weather following this news. Gerald Champion Regional Medical Center signed a merger agreement with a Catholic health group based in Irving, Texas, known as Christus Health. Both Gerald Champion CEO Jim Heckert and Christus Health CEO Ernie Sadow announced that Christus Health will fund a new foundation worth $240 million named Sacramento Mountains.
There's a lot of things that influence healthcare that we think this will go a long way in uplifting our community to provide a lasting service that we'll all think of this day and remember when it started, and that foundation is called Sacramento Mountains.
The deal was solidified this past Thursday, the same day that civil rights and reproductive nonprofits urged leadership to slow down that merger and answer questions about reproductive health care access, read that, abortions, gaps in other health care, and potential price changes. All that was in a letter to the hospital leadership. Attention Alamogordo Public Schools families, there's no summer food distributed today or tomorrow. It will begin again on Wednesday, July 5th. The Alamo Senior Center will be hosting the annual health fair on Thursday, September 14th from 9 until 1. The health fair is free and open to the public. Having a representative at the health fair allows you to answer questions about your products and services, which is an important outreach to senior consumers, and there is no cost to any vendors, but the registration deadline is August 15th. The Alamogordo Family Recreation Center is excited to announce that beginning today, volleyball will be available during open gym sessions on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 10 a.m. till noon. Volleyballs are available for free use on a first-come, first-served basis, as long as the patron provides collateral during use, and a volleyball net will be set up. If you have any questions, please contact the Rec Center at 575-439-4142.
Keep Alamogordo Beautiful is excited to announce the launch of the new website, keepalamogordobeautiful.org. The new website features several new features and improvements, including a more user-friendly design, a comprehensive directory of volunteer opportunities, a blog with news and information about our organization, a donation page to help support the work. This new website will provide residents and visitors with all the information they need to get involved and help make Alamogordo a cleaner, more beautiful place to live, work, and play. For Crazy Radio, I'm Kirk DeSoto.
The Republican Party of Otero County has a big event coming up next Saturday.
July 15th at the Thule Cantina. Starting at 5:30 p.m., we're going to have taco dinners. We're going to have 575 Band coming for live performance. And we're going to have Yvette Harrell as our guest speaker and a couple other surprise guest speakers. You know, you're really going to be excited to see who we've got coming up for guest speakers. Tickets are on sale now.
Second Vice Chair Josh Beasley speaking with Crazy Radio. If you have any questions, call 575-277-1141. The Alamogordo Chess Club weekly meetings are at Plateau Espresso every Monday from 4 until 7. It is casual chess. Pair up with whoever's available. There's no membership requirements or fees. Simply show up with a board, set it up, and play. Well, today's Monday. Let's check in with Animal Village NM and get this week's pup date.
Hi, this is Animal Village NM, reminding pet owners that 1 in 5 pets go missing on the 4th of July because of fireworks, which to animals are horrifying explosions. Escaping their yards to escape the danger they feel, they run terrified in streets to be hit by cars or disappear to horrible deaths in canyons. Because the captured, terrified pets have to be housed at animal control facilities, already overflowing with abandoned dogs and cats waiting for rescue or adoption, those waiting will die sooner. Please, supervise your pets at all times, keeping them inside with the rest of your family. Before stressful situations, take your dogs for long walks. Tire them out and then use a calming supplement available at most box stores. Then carefully crate or supervise them. For suggestions on how to manage your pet's stress at all times, visit our Animal Village NN Facebook page. Meanwhile, please remember that intact dogs and cats, those not spayed or neutered, are more easily emotionally triggered, and those who are outside without the companionship and comfort of a human family are the most likely to escape. Because male dogs can smell females in heat for miles, they'll do anything to get to them, including digging under or jumping over fences. Dogs who are not given daily long walks to relieve their natural stress are more likely to be the ones you see missing on the Facebook missing pages. Dogs who are intact and chained are more likely to bite and escape because of the same frustration you would feel if you were chained. Intact dogs and cats are most likely to die from cancer. So please, keep your pets safe inside with the rest of the family. Get them the veterinary care they need, including spay and neuter surgeries. And it's the law. Since 2007, Animal Village NM's PAW program has subsidized more than 10,000 spay or neuter surgeries for low-income pet owners in Lincoln and Otero counties. And we need help, your help, and it's free. Keep helping pets to stay healthy and safe inside. Because cash donations on our website are desperately needed, many people think, well, we can't help. But you can. We need your help in donating your gently used shoes, all sizes, all types, at any First Savings Bank, at the White Sands Mall in Alamogordo, or on Mondays, the Ruidoso Community Center. Please help us. Help Animal Village NM keep spaying and neutering low-income guardians' pets, rescuing dogs from death row and transporting them to no-kill facilities, and stocking the food banks in your area with pet food for people who are struggling to feed their pets.
News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
AlamogordoTownNews.com is a locally owned website featuring local news matters from a local perspective that affects you, and we bring it to you directly. Plus, local sports, cultural arts, and events. Online, AlamogordoTownNews.com. Owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
The Alamogordo Center of Commerce presents the third annual Tularosa Basin Open Golf Tournament, Saturday, August 26th at Desert Lakes Golf Course, featuring celebrity guest John Carlos. Contact the Center of Commerce today to sponsor our guest speaker, breakfast and lunch, golf handbag, and more. Golfers, call Desert Lakes at 575-439-0290 to secure your spot in the four-man scramble best ball tournament. See you on the green.
74-year-old James Ryerson of Berlin has been charged with multiple charges of criminal sexual contact after two girls under the age of 13 told police he had exposed himself and inappropriately touched them while on vacation with their mother in Berlin last year. According to the criminal complaint, a friend of the mother described walking into a room where Ryerson was brushing the 7-year-old's hair and his genitals were exposed. The document said her other daughter, who was 6 years old at the time, told her that Ryerson had kissed her on the lips and touched her genitals. Ryerson was arrested and booked into the Valencia County Detention Center. On Saturday, the Taos police responded to a trespassing call around 1:30 p.m. at a Taos supermarket where they made contact with Lance Aguilar, 26, and a 29-year-old female. Aguilar fired a gun and wounded the officer. The officer then returned fire at Aguilar. Aguilar fled and unsuccessfully attempted to hijack a pickup. He was then shot by the Taos police officer while running across State Road 68. The suspect later died. The officer was treated for non-life-threatening injuries and released. The New Mexico State Police are currently leading this investigation into the incident. Berlin police are investigating a Friday night homicide at a restaurant. Police said just before the shooting, a verbal argument had broke out. Lisa Swift Bird had been shot in the chest, died on the scene. Donald Lewis, 25 of Berlin, was charged with her murder and taken to the Valencia County Detention Center. It is not yet clear what led up to the argument and subsequent shooting. Joseph Bonuelos Sr., 55, was discovered Saturday afternoon in northwest Albuquerque by police with stab wounds and deceased. Neighbors told police they heard a disturbance overnight and saw Bonuelos Sr.'s son, Joseph Bonuelos Jr., yelling in the middle of the street. Bonuelos Jr. was later seen at the Route 66 Travel Center covered in blood, claiming to have killed his father. Laguna Pueblo police then took Bonuelos Jr. into custody. He was questioned by homicide detectives and eventually charged for an open count of murder and detained at the Metro Detention Center. A U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission radioactive container with iridium-192 disappeared in southern New Mexico. The container was lost somewhere between Carlsbad and Jal, although no dates are provided. Iridium-192, which is used for medical treatments and also in the oil industry, is considered a Category 2 risk by the Atomic Energy Agency. Exposure or direct contact with the material inside that container could cause permanent injury to a person in just a very short time. We're talking minutes or hours. Ultimately, it can be fatal. The act of including or excluding an individual based solely on race is, at its very core, racist. Last week, the U.S. Supreme Court issued a landmark ruling stating that it's unlawful to consider the color of one's skin to determine admission to a U.S. college or university. University of New Mexico President Garnett Stokes stated on Twitter, quote, "We at UNM are concerned about the precedent the Supreme Court's ruling sets for further efforts to curb diversity, accessibility, and social mobility within our institutions and impact access and opportunities for all underrepresented members of our communities." Close quote. It is important to point out that this decision does not prohibit people of any race from obtaining a higher education in any way, shape, form, or fashion. The Supreme Court opinion reads that, quote, "Nothing in this opinion should be construed as prohibiting universities from considering an applicant's discussion of how race affected his or her life, be it through discrimination, inspiration, or otherwise." Close quote. Sports and weather are next. You're listening to Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Volunteer with us and keep Alamogordo clean. Join the District 5 Neighborhood Cleanup Initiative. Want to help? Want to help? Fill out the waiver form by clicking the link in this social media post. Also, dump your junk. Saturday, July 15th from 7 a.m. to noon. Saturday, July 15th from 7 a.m. to noon. Start District 5's Cleanup Initiative by dumping trash, bulky, and unwanted items in the dumpster on the corner of 5th and Florida. Volunteer and let's keep Alamogordo clean.
New Mexico State University has officially made the jump to Conference USA. New Mexico State football has been an independent program for 5 years, but now is back in contention for a conference championship.
Now we're in one of those conferences where the money to be shared is exponentially higher than, the rest of the conferences. So I think we're going to be challenged. And the only way you grow, whether you're a student athlete or an administrator, you got to be challenged. And I think that's the way to raise your game up a little bit. I think all of our sports will see that challenge with the new league.
NMSU Athletic Director Mario Mosia. NMSU is joined in this move to CUSA by Jacksonville State, Liberty, and Sam Houston State, as well as, for the first time since 1961, UTEP and NMSU will be in the same conference. Speaking of NMSU, Greg Heyer, the former NMSU basketball coach who was fired this past February after a brief single season full of controversy and scandal, was announced as the new coach of Mineral Area College in Missouri on Saturday. The 2022-23 Aggie season included a deadly shooting involving a player, as well as sexual assault and hazing allegations. Mineral Area College addressed concerns and issues with Heyer in a press release, but hired Heyer anyway. I'm surprised anyone touched this guy with a 10-foot pole. Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for sunny skies and a 40% chance of showers and storms. Mostly clear tonight with winds gusting as high as 18 miles per hour. Sunny tomorrow. There's a 20% chance of showers and storms. Your high today in the basin, 95. Low tonight of 71. High tomorrow, 96 degrees. In Cloudcroft, increasing cloudiness today with a 60% chance of showers and storms. New rainfall amounts less than 1/10 of an inch expected. Mostly clear skies tonight with winds gusting as high as 18. Sunny tomorrow with a 40% chance of showers and storms. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 73. Low tonight of 51. High tomorrow, 74 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.com, and learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. That concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.